Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. I am Sujishar. On today's video, I am going to answer all your questions. I have got a bunch of questions and thank you so much guys. And yeah, let's get started. Very first question is by Saif Ali. He is asking which is the best course if I want to become the head of hospital pharmacy in Canada. Advanced pharmacy practice or MS in hospital pharmacy. But remember that to become the head of the hospital pharmacy department, the head of a hospital pharmacy department is a pharmacist, that's a registered pharmacist. So even if you do a course here also, you should be licensed in any of the province to work as a pharmacist. So yeah, that's my answer. M.Pharm in advanced pharmacy practice or MS in hospital pharmacy. Second question is by a journey to a photo and asking me, can we stay there and do other jobs if we didn't get PEBC? Yes, of course you can stay here if you hold a valid work permit or you are a permanent resident here. Third question is by Navneet Singh and asking me, advanced project management and strategic leadership is acceptable after B Pharmacy from India. Yes, the admission requirement or the basic education qualification they mentioned in their website is only degree. And remember that even if you meet all the eligibility requirements here, the admission process and course is very competitive, and I can't assure that whether you get an admission in that college or not. But yeah, you can choose this course after B.Pharm. Our next question is by Patel and asking me best course and career option after B.Pharm without BBC. Actually, I have done a full video about the courses you can choose here and the career options you can choose here after, like, without PEBC. Also, if you are not aiming to become a pharmacist here and crack the PEBC, it's always better to do a very good course, especially if you are interested in doing industrial pharmacy or any other related jobs. Better to select a course which is related to the industry setting or as per your career area interest. Even you can change your career as well. So choose a course wisely. See, I already said that I'm not an education consultant or anything, so it's better do your own research regarding your good course and university, and make sure that the university you are choosing having the postgraduate work permit and which is approved by the Canada government, and all the details about the colleges and everything is mentioned, that is approved colleges list are mentioned in the government website. Next question is by Mandeep. Hi dear, I have B Pharmacy and having 6 years experience in production. So if I apply for express entry and gets PR, then would Canadian industry considers my experience, or I have to done any diploma or certificate course to get in job? Actually, I too mailed you but didn't get a reply, so please reply. I think I replied to your email 2 or 3 days back anyway. Yeah, even if you have PR or you have any experience in industrial pharmacy, Canada won't consider your experience, so it's always better to do a course related to industrial pharmacy here. And yeah, you can even do small volunteer jobs or any other jobs related to an industry, and even any vacancies come in that industry, you can apply for the job. But it always better to do an industrial based course here, because getting a reference is very important here. So once you join in the college, you may get many references and it will eventually help you to get a good job in the industry. Yeah. And our next question by Janvi. Why is it difficult to get into MS in pharmaceutical sciences in Canada? Janvi, I think there are 3 reasons maybe. The very first one is high competition, second one is limited number of seats, and third one is admission requirements, and the fourth one is like choosing a supervisor, choosing a potential supervisor. So these are the things which make the MS in pharmaceutical sciences courses admission requirements much more difficult. Next question is by Ali Muhammad. How long is internship after qualifying exam and OSCE? Actually, the internship process, it may vary, depends upon the province. So in Alberta, which is 1000 hours, in BC, which is 500 hours, in New Brunswick, which is 20 weeks, and Newfoundland and Labrador, which is again 32 weeks. Nova Scotia 20 weeks. In Ontario, the candidates complete the PACE, that is practice assessment competence of at entry, and the PACE will assess the candidate's ability, and they offer you guidances regarding your internship. And in Quebec, which is 600 hours, Saskatchewan 1 month to 2 years on appraisal training, and a 2-week assessment completion. These are the time period of internship in each provinces. So next question is by Amrita Sunny. I am a PharmD graduate and want to take a suitable course for immigrating Canada. Agencies suggest courses on pharmacy technician and other on regulatory affairs. Can you please suggest me which is better among these courses? Whether the salary scale of for pharmacy technician and assistant is equal. Amrita, I highly suggest to choose the regulatory affairs course, because even if you do a pharmacy technician course here, you should pass the PEDC examination in order to become a registered technician in Canada. So I think there is no sense in doing the same course twice in your lifetime. Also, pharmacist is having the high salary scale compared to the pharmacy technician, and yeah, of course the pharmacy assistant is having low salary than pharmacy technician. So regulatory affairs or any other courses related to pharmacy. And our next question is by Ash. How much salary did a QA and a QC department get in Canada? Which is again vary in different provinces, but I can say average of yearly $50,000 to $75. Our next question is by Vignesh. Is Canada pharmaceutical industry hiring pre-G freshers from India? A big no. It is always better to come here first in express entry, even if you have experience, or if you are a fresher, you can come and study a course related to an industry, and eventually you will get a better job upon your experiences. But definitely the pharmaceutical industry will not hire freshers from India, and the employers here only prefer those who are in Canada. Our next question by Kalsang. What is the best job in Canada after MSc in pharmacy? Okay, you can work as a clinical pharmacist, clinical pharmacy head, and a clinical practice lead. Next question by Ravi. I have done B pharmacy, so which course should I choose in Canada? Ravi, choose any 2-year diploma or PG diploma courses according to your career area interest. I have done 2 videos, I think, about the courses you can choose here in Canada. So please see that videos and choose a course according to your career area interest. Next question by Rajni. Hi, I am having 6 years experience in QA, so could you help me to find job in Canada and the immigration process? Actually, since you are having 6 years in QA, you can try express entry to immigrate here first, then you can try for getting a job here. Or if you don't meet the CRS score threshold, you can immigrate here via student. And yeah, actually all the immigration processes here are very simple, and you don't need to consult an agency. Actually, all the details, immigration process details, are provided in the Canadian government website. I will put all the link in my description, and yeah, that's it. Next question is by Gaurang. Hello ma'am, hi, I am BPharm from India. Can I got admission in pharmacy technician diploma course in Canada? If I got admission, then my visa will be approved. Is there any chance for visa removal? Actually, many of my friends told me that there is a chance of visa refusal even if you choose a diploma course after BPharm, and some friends got admission in pharmacy technician as well after their BPharm. Actually, it's all depends upon the immigration officer who review your paper. So I can't assure about that actually. Next question is by Samantha. Ma'am, I have applied for clinical laboratory analysis PG diploma course for September 2021 in Lambton College, Canada after my BPharm. Is it a good choice, and also will I able to get job afterwards in pharmaceutical industry? Okay, Samantha, I have heard the course is very good. I can't assure that whether you get a job in pharmaceutical industry or not. Our next question is by Dazzle Sweetie. I came to know about a course called PharmD for Practicing Pharmacist provided by the University of Alberta. In the requirements, it stated that number one, proof of licensure to practice in any jurisdiction or eligible to licensure in any jurisdiction. Second one, authorization to administer drugs by injection. Actually, in India, pharmacists are not allowed to administer drugs by injection. I am pharmacy graduate from India and I am planning to take this course. But as for these two requirements, what should I do? Do I need to pass PBC exam and be a registered pharmacist in Canada in order to apply for the above mentioned course? Or can an international student take this course without writing PBC exam? Can you please do a detailed video about this? I hope you will answer to my doubts. Actually, Dazzled Sweetie, yeah, you are right. You become a registered pharmacist in Canada in order to choose that course, because the name itself mentioned that it's a PharmD for practicing pharmacist. So it's only for the graduates who got license in Canada, and yeah, once you got license in Canada, you can apply for this course. Our next question by Satyam. Hello ma'am, I am Satyam Tripathi from India, Uttar Pradesh. I have completed my Bachelor of Pharmacy in 2015. Now I want to do my Masters in Pharmacy in Canada. Please suggest me for selection of courses as well as university and college. Hi Tripathi, I have done a full video about the courses and the courses and the colleges offering the master courses after pharmacy. Please see that video. Our next question by Mirza Prince. MS Pharmacy or Pharmacy Technician after B.Pharm from India, what would be your opinion? My goal is to become a pharmacist in Canada. I know all about PEBC. I want to pursue any 2-year course first, then I will appear PEBC exam. Both the courses having different eligibility requirements and is very difficult, but I think you may get very higher positions once you crack the PEBC examination if you pursue MS in Pharmacy. But the admission requirement is difficult. But of course, if you crack the PEBC evaluating examination, it is very easy to get admission in MS in Pharmacy. So yeah, that's my answer. Question by Nizam. Hello ma'am, really wonderful videos. Thank you so much for your guidance. You are welcome. My questions are, very first one, which is the best province in your perspective for an Indian pharmacist to settle in Canada, depending on the pharmacy regulation, procedures, exams, bridging courses, wages and job opportunities? In my perspective, Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, so these are the very best provinces. But you know, the bridging courses is not mandatory in Alberta like Ontario or BC, even if you fail in the MCQ in your first attempt. But the opportunities are fair only in Alberta until 2021, and I don't know after that what will be the job prospects, and it will updated in the jobbank.ca website, and you can select a province according the job prospect as well. And yeah, second question, is there difference in pay or any other factors for a pharmacist working in retail pharmacy stores and hospital pharmacist? Yeah, comparatively the hospital pharmacist having the high salary than retail pharmacist. In retail pharmacies, the pharmacist having flexible work hours, but in hospital pharmacy you may not get flexible work hours, so that was the main disadvantage. But anyway, the hospital pharmacy having a higher pay than retail pharmacies. I mentioned in several videos that completing all these exams or getting registered as a pharmacist is a long and tedious process for a new immigrant. Yes. How will they be able to manage with the expenses until the whole process? Yeah, you can do any survival jobs or you can even work as a pharmacy assistant until you get licensed here. But if you work as a pharmacy assistant here, you may get a lot of opportunities to learn about how the pharmacy work here, or how the pharmacist make decisions when a patient come to the pharmacy, and you may know about more drugs here. And yeah, it will be very really helpful if you work as a pharmacy assistant. But working as a pharmacy assistant, you know, it comes under only skill level C, but for immigration skill level B or A is required. So, and if you are coming under express entry, you can do any other survival jobs and you can prepare for the examinations, and yeah, you can write the exam. Next question by Rajinder. Indian B Pharmacy degree is valid in Canada. It's not valid in Canada. You need to pass the examinations in order to work as a pharmacist here, and it is not valid even if you have a PhD, M.Pharm, B.Pharm or D.Pharm. Next question by SRV Vlogs. Suggest about PR in pharmacy technician job, or can an Indian pharmacy student give pharmacy technician exam after completion of his PG in healthcare management? Give the pharmacy technician exam after completion of any other courses if you met the eligibility requirements to write the exam. Next question by Nehang. Hello ma'am. Hi. Which is the best course and college to get job as clinical research? I have done a full video about the courses, and regarding the colleges, please do your own research. And clinical pharmacy. So to become a clinical pharmacist or clinical pharmacy, you can choose any MS related courses in pharmacy practice or MS in clinical pharmacy. And without PEBC, can I get job in clinical research? Yes, without PEBC, you may get job in clinical research, but you want higher positions in clinical research, you have to write the examinations to become, and certification to become a clinical research associate. And yeah, that's it by Christine. After coming 12th, what is the best choice in pharmacy technician? Yes, you can work, you can choose a course in pharmacy technician, and yeah, that's good. Our next question by Eddie Dion. As a pharmacist planning to immigrate Canada, do I need to get documents evaluation from WES and PEBC, or is it only with PEBC? Yeah, with only PEBC. If you are planning to work as a pharmacist here, you can do document evaluation with PEBC, and if you are not planning to work here as a pharmacist, you can do document evaluation with WES. And yeah. Yes, that's guys about today's video. I hope you guys find this video useful, and please let me know in the comment section if you have further doubts also. And yeah, see you all next time. Take care, be safe, and bye bye.